Hi. Alright, in the last video, I showed you how to add this background image. If you haven't already watched that, or you don't know how to add the background image, then you need to go back and watch that one. So we have our image in. We're in front ortho mode, and I want to create this basic shape of vase. So I'm going to go to add mesh, and I'm going to add a circle. And it doesn't look like a circle, it looks like a line. But if I go to 7 top view, you'll see that it's a circle. I'm going to go back to 1, and that's the front ortho. And I'm going to zoom in quite a bit with my scrolling in with my middle mouse button to go up and down. I hold the shift and scroll my middle mouse button. To zoom in, I just scroll. So I'm just using this as a guide. So what I want to do basically is get this, I'm going to start it up here, right about so that it'll end up there. Click your S button and move your mouse to get it centered as best as you can. Now we know this picture isn't perfect, so it's not going to center perfect. Now we're going to go to edit mode. You want to make sure you have vertices selected. Click A to deselect everything, A to select, just to make sure everything is selected. Hit the E on your keyboard and the Z, and the reason we're going to do that is we want this to extrude on the Z axis. So E, Z, left click, and you'll see your arrow again, and then just bring that up. Now I can already see that we have a problem because this is dark, which means the light side is inside and the dark is outside, and we want it the opposite. So hit A to select everything. Go to mesh, normals, flip normals, and now the dark is on the inside. The reason we do this is because, I will show you, if you go over here to this menu, if you don't already have it, it's because you deselected in. Hit in and you'll get this menu. Go to shading, back face culling, and that will show you the part that's invisible. So if you uploaded this right now into Virtual Worlds, this would be transparent, like alpha, and this would be solid. So I'm going to turn off back face culling because we don't really need that right now. We're going to go back to 1. And I'm going to click in and just get rid of that menu over there because I don't need it anymore. Back to vertices. Right click up here, hold down Shift and Alt and right click, and that's going to give you all of that selected again. Back to 1. Now that you have just this top line selected, we're going to keep doing this, and we're going to go E, Z, click, and up. And we're going to use the S button to size it, and we're going to size it around. The best way to do this is to go over here. Right now you're in solid, go to wireframe. Then you'll be able to see it. And we're going to do this all the way up. E, Z, S, easy. It depends on how precise you want to be, but I'm doing this really fast just to show you kind of how it's done. S to size, move the mouse until you get, there we go, easy. I mean, you can see how easy it is. That was cute, right? Alright, S. Oops. Easy. And, of course, you can see now we're going to start bringing it back in. So, just a little bit. I'm doing shift and scrolling to scroll up. Easy. S, easy, S, Easy. Feel like a broken record here. Oops. You're not going to be precise because the picture is kind of offset, the angle that they took the picture at. So you just kind of have to guess. But if you keep going E and you keep doing Z on the Z-axis, you'll stay okay. Now when we get this done, it's going to be invisible on the inside, and there's two ways to fix that, but one of them is doing a solidify modifier, but I'm going to show you that, I think, in the next video. So I'll show you the way that I usually do these vases. Easy, and we're almost done. Alright, I'm going to go back to solid mode. We have our basic shape, but it's completely hollow, as you can see. So now I don't really need the background image anymore, so I don't have to worry about that. Easy, up just a little bit. S, just in just a little bit. And then, there we go, we want it just like that. Because we're going to start filling this in now. So, I'm going to go back to 1. I'm going to go back to wireframe. In, to get this menu over here, because I don't need the background image anymore. So I'm going to uncheck that. So that's gone and it's out of my way. And in to get rid of that menu. I don't like my screen being too messy. What we want to do is we want to fill this in. So what we're going to do is EZ, but this time we're going to bring it down. And we want to make sure that it stays within these lines, these outside lines. EZ. And this is just filling it in. But see how close that is to that outside line? So let's do S and make sure that it doesn't touch that. Easy. S. Basically just doing the same thing but backwards, but we don't have to be that precise because who's going to look way inside of it anyway? Easy. S. And make sure that it's inside that line. And then easy. Let's see. I'm going to hit S. And make it very small, but it doesn't touch the code totally. So you go over here and just go 0, 0, 0, and that makes it all meet right there in the middle. I'm going to bring it up. So now if we go into solid mode and you look inside, it's solid in there. And if we go over here and do in and we do our shading, backface culling, you will see it's not invisible in there at all. So you don't have to worry about that. You know that all your normals are flipped the right way. But still, we have this bottom that we have to fix. So, deselect everything. Go over here to line. Hold down Shift and Alt and click Align. And then hit F. And that fills that in. And there you have your vase. Of course, it looks like it's huge. We're going to select everything, S, and just make it smaller. And it'll be much easier to upload, and it won't upload so huge. Alright, now let's go into object mode. And see, it's really pretty, but it really needs to be smoothed out. You can either just hit smooth and have it smooth out. Control Z, back to this so I can show you. And to get rid of this messy window again, you can add the modifier by clicking this wrench add this modifier, subdivision surface. That makes it much nicer. It'll take a little bit longer to upload into World, but sometimes it's worth it. So once you do that, you want to hit apply. That applies the modifier. Then you can do smooth, and it's just much nicer. And now you've made a vase. So you can save it, export it as just export it as a collada and name it. You can take it into virtual worlds.